The San Francisco Hilton is a high-rise hotel in downtown San Francisco. They have a mechanical room on the 13th floor that is kind of buried in the bellows of the building. It's very difficult to get to. They have several different air handlers that are serving different areas of the building, and it's a very tight mechanical space. So the original scope of the project was they had a multi-zone air handler that needed to be replaced. The original solution was actually they were going to look at replacing that single air handler with 4 separate smaller air handlers. I pursued the owner directly and asked him if hot air FANWALL was going to be a viable solution. We looked at it, we investigated it, and it looked like it was going to be a much better solution. The project went great. The project was completed on time. The owner was very happy with the solution. It was a much easier project than it would have been to bring in 4 separate air handlers. We saved about 137,000 kWh from the energy perspective and received about a $13,000 rebate. We're in the mechanical room on the 12th floor. As you can see, we're looking at the air handler that we're in question here. This is ACS 11. That door right there on the right-hand side, that's actually showing, that's the outside air, return air section. So there's dampers internally in there that control the amount of outside air and return air that come through. In here is actually the fan section. This is where the existing DWDI housed fan sits in here and blows air, sucks air through those sections and blows air into this transition ductwork here, you can see. These bank of coils are sitting right here into the transition ductwork. Those go through right there, and then there's individual zone dampers that basically go out. This is a multi-zone air handler. So the scope of the process of what we're going to do is basically replace the outside air dampers that are in here, take this existing fan and basically gut the entire thing out and replace it with a hot air FANWALL system. And then over here what we're going to do is open up this ductwork, replace this ductwork, replace it, all the coils here with copper tube, copper fin coils, and all the zone dampers will be replaced.
We were comparing the FANWALL retrofit to a complete changeout. Again, it was an easier installation and it seemed to fit our needs better.
With the retrofit, we were able to change the configuration of the air handler from a constant volume to VAV system, offering significant optimization of energy control. We also added a CO2 monitoring system on each zone so we could override the outside air control dampers for demand control ventilation needs as required. Retrofitting the design from using 4 custom hot water air handlers and rebuilding those within the space, we're able to bring this job within budget, be awarded the project, and do the project for the Hilton.
considering that we started at about 8 o'clock in the morning. We were down around 10 o'clock with the whole wall installed with 3 guys. Went really easy, really fast, surprisingly fast.
The fan wall is very smooth and very quiet. We have some leeway as far as performance. We can increase or decrease the air and fine-tune the air handling unit in place. And it seemed to be a better fit for our installation than 4 new air handlers.
Well, one of the big benefits we saw in the fan wall, one was from a maintenance standpoint, I can have reliability of the fan. It's because if one fan goes out, I can still keep the operation, keep my guests happy.